You're not tired, you're undisciplined. What you call exhaustion is often the weight of your own inconsistency crushing you. You say you're drained, but you haven't even begun to push. You say you lack energy, but you spend every ounce of it on distractions, emotions, and noise. You scroll for hours, chase instant comfort, and call it rest. Then when it's time to build, you whisper, "I'm tired." No, you're not tired. You're soft. You're addicted to comfort. You've mistaken rest for reward when you haven't earned anything yet. Ayanokoji doesn't rest because he's tired. He rests because he chooses to. There's a difference. Rest is a weapon for the disciplined. It's part of the system, not an escape from it. The weak run to rest because they've lost control of themselves. The strong use rest to recover and sharpen. You can't earn peace through avoidance. You earn it through mastery. When you dominate your impulses, when you do what must be done even when you don't want to, that's discipline. And discipline builds freedom. The truth is, your body can handle more than your mind allows. The limit you feel isn't physical, it's psychological. You've trained yourself to quit when things get uncomfortable. You've turned effort into pain and pain into avoidance. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're only preserving your weakness. The more you protect your comfort, the smaller your life becomes. The less you face resistance, the more fragile you become when it appears. Every time you tell yourself, "I'll do it later," you're building the habit of delay, and every delay makes the next one easier. Discipline doesn't fade all at once. It erodes quietly. One missed task becomes two. One lazy day becomes a pattern. Before you realize it, mediocrity feels normal, and normal becomes the cage you live in. You're not tired, you've just let your standards collapse. Ayanokoji doesn't wait for motivation. He doesn't need a perfect mood to move. He acts out of structure, not emotion. He understands that feelings are unreliable. Some days, the mind whispers rebellion. Other days, it stays silent. Discipline means doing what's required regardless of either. It means showing up when your emotions say no. It means executing the plan even when your energy isn't there. Because energy follows action, not the other way around. Think about that. You don't get energy before moving, you get it from moving. The act of pushing creates momentum. The body wakes up when the mind commits. That's why people who train their discipline don't rely on motivation. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is a fire that doesn't die. You can't rely on feelings to create a future. You rely on consistency, repetition, and control. You want to know why you feel stuck? It's because you've built your life around comfort instead of progress. You've romanticized taking breaks without ever taking action. You've normalized laziness and rebranded it as self-care. You're tired not because you've done too much, but because you've done too little of what matters. Your mind is exhausted from juggling unimportant things. You're mentally tired because your focus is scattered across nonsense. Ayanokoji conserves his energy. He doesn't waste words, emotions, or thoughts. That's why he always seems calm, because he's selective with where his energy goes. You, on the other hand, leak energy everywhere. You argue with people who don't matter. You complain about things you can't control. You spend hours imagining scenarios that will never happen. And when it's time to focus on your real goals, you've already drained your power. Discipline means directing your energy like a blade, not spilling it like water. The moment you stop chasing comfort, everything changes. You realize how much time you've lost, hiding behind tired. You realize that fatigue isn't the enemy your lack of control is. Tiredness is your body's way of saying, recharge. But when you're undisciplined, you mistake laziness for recovery. You rest too early, too often, too long. You treat comfort as a reward for existing, not for achieving. And that mindset is why you never evolve. Most people don't need more sleep, they need more structure. They need purpose. You can sleep for 10 hours and still wake up tired if your life lacks direction. You can rest all day and still feel restless if your mind is drowning in chaos. Fatigue isn't always physical. It's emotional confusion disguised as exhaustion. When you have no clear path, every step feels heavy. When you live with no target, every movement feels meaningless. Ayanokoji operates like a machine, not because he lacks emotion, but because he controls it. He channels his feelings into results. He doesn't run from pain, he uses it as leverage. Pain is feedback. Discomfort is data. They tell you what to fix. where to grow, and how far you've come. But the undisciplined avoid pain, and by doing so, they avoid growth. You can't strengthen what you refuse to face. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not loud. It's silent repetition when no one's watching. It's waking up early when the bed feels like gravity. It's working when your mind whispers excuses. It's choosing progress over pleasure, control over chaos, focus over feeling. The weak call it too much, the strong call it normal. Because once you've built discipline, it stops feeling like punishment, it feels like peace. There's a strange freedom in discipline. When your life is structured, you stop negotiating with yourself. You no longer waste energy deciding what to do. You simply do it. That's the secret the world hides behind burnout. Burnout isn't caused by doing too much. It's caused by doing too little of what aligns with your purpose. You're not tired of work. You're tired of meaningless effort. Every time you delay discipline, you reinforce weakness. Every time you give in to fatigue that isn't real, you lose self-respect. You start doubting yourself, and that doubt becomes your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who just can't stay consistent. But that's not who you are, it's who you've allowed yourself to become. You can rebuild discipline the same way you lost it, one choice at a time. Start small. Wake up when you said you would. Don't negotiate, don't rationalize, just do it. Each small act of discipline rewires your brain. It proves to you that you're capable of control. The more you keep your word to yourself, the louder your confidence grows. And eventually, you reach a point where you no longer need to push yourself. Discipline becomes your default setting. You know what's truly tiring? Living below your potential, wasting time, avoiding hard things, running from responsibility, that's what drains you. Because deep down, you know you're built for more. Every time you betray that, you lose energy. Every time you let yourself down, you lose fire. You're not tired. You're spiritually unfulfilled. The only cure for that isn't rest, it's purpose. Ayanokoji never wastes effort proving himself. His discipline is his proof. He doesn't need to speak. His results speak for him. That's the energy you need to embody. Let your control do the talking. Let your actions silence your excuses. When you stop explaining and start executing, the world has no choice but to notice. You don't need to announce your discipline, just demonstrate it. When you commit to discipline, life becomes simpler, not harder. You stop relying on emotion to move. You stop fearing discomfort. You stop overanalyzing. Every day becomes a quiet war against your weaker self, and you start winning. That's how transformation happens, not in big moments of motivation, but in countless small moments of obedience to your own standards. You must learn to separate feelings from function. The discipline don't wait to feel like it. They move regardless. Your emotions are signals, not commands. They can guide you, but never govern you. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll wait forever. You can either control your emotions or be controlled by them. The undisciplined are slaves to mood. The disciplined are free from it. You're not tired, you're undisciplined. And deep down, you know it. You're not burned out from effort. You're burned out from avoidance. You've built fatigue from indecision, guilt, and regret. But here's the truth. You can reverse all of it. You can rebuild momentum today. You can train your body to obey your mind. You can rewire your brain to crave control instead of comfort. You just have to start. Not tomorrow, not after another excuse. Now. Discipline begins with the smallest act, doing something you don't want to do, simply because you said you would. Every time you follow through, you take power back. You reclaim your energy. You prove to yourself that you're not tired, you're just waking up to who you were meant to be. Discipline is the cure for every excuse. It's the antidote to fear, laziness, and doubt. Once you master it, nothing external can break you. You stop waiting for motivation, for opportunity, for someone to save you. You become self-sufficient, unstoppable, unshakable. You were not born weak. You were conditioned to be comfortable. And now, you must unlearn that. You must rewire your identity from victim to weapon. You must train yourself to act even when your body protests, because in that resistance lies the version of you the world fears, the one who doesn't quit, doesn't explain, doesn't need rest before victory. You're not tired, you're undisciplined, but the moment you decide to take control, that changes. Energy returns, focus returns, power returns. Because all along, your energy wasn't gone. It was trapped beneath hesitation, procrastination, and fear. And when you remove those layers, you'll see the truth. You were never tired. You were never broken. You were simply undisciplined. And now, it's time to fix that.